Alright, so last night I was playing Jinara, yeah? And everyone's been saying this class is OP, yet I've seen so many people losing with it. Not many people have been winning with it. I decided to give it a go. I wanted to try and find a build that could make this class work well, that is effective, and that could maybe prove that this is an OP class. And guess what? We found one. We managed to create a build, and it was working real well, and I had like a fucking win after win because the shit's just busted. And I was like, okay, this is going to be a pretty good video. We're going to make a video on this tomorrow. What do I wake up to in the morning? Open my phone, look at the messages, and what do I see? Jinara has been fucking gutted when it comes to this strategy. But that's fine. We'll just watch it from the replay. I think it was a pretty interesting game to watch, or an interesting game to play. I hope it's interesting to watch. So we start out with this Jinara here, just speed to get to our eco. That's all that ability is, basically, and escape later on. Now we have assimilators. So this early eco is so efficient. All this eco is just so efficient. It's so good. But we start out with this and then want to get really heavy to gas farming. We'll skip to that part because that is, I mean, now we're just waiting for the lings, let's be honest. Our next tier of eco costs 10 gas. So they reveal they're playing Dahaka. I have to play a bit safe on Jinara now. It's a pretty vulnerable class to Dahaka. So I pick up a couple of lings, try and use a Mind Blast to one-shot the lings as well, just make gas farming easier, but then I have to fuck off. I can't. Why are these lings walking like this again? Can you just not watch replays anymore? Whatever. So I try and get out of there until I see Dahaka on the minimap, try and farm a little bit, but I have to stay close to cliffs. Yeah, and here he is. He does run after me, which kind of expected, but we're close to cliffs. We just jump over. I believe I salvage this. Really late I salvage it. I think I lose one actually. Yo, I am retarded. But that's okay. We're playing OP class, so we just fly over like 50 cliffs, get away from a Dahaka, and remake our fast eco. At this point, I'm going to make a Stalker and an Observer. So I feel like this Dahaka, and let's check if he is. Where is he actually? Is he left? I was going to say, at this point, I felt like the Dahaka was still following me. He's not, but I didn't know that. So I make an Observer to go make eco to also be able to recall to. You can recall anywhere on the map as long as it's to an observer. So cross-map recall, pretty good for escaping Dahaka. But I start with a Stalker here. Costs 25 minerals to make this building with 200 health. Kind of nuts. And it's going to be part of the strategy. Get out a Stalker. And this will help me farm gas. So even though that's 125 minerals for the Stalker plus that building, slows down your early eco a lot. You usually don't want to do that. I do need it here to get some gas since I was so delayed after being chased and losing one of my structures. Usually you would start off with these 2+2s, get 10 gas, upgrade one of them, and then get a Stalker. But against Dahaka, sometimes you're not afforded that luxury. I take a bit of damage here. It's not great. I think I was hoping for the Stukov to shield me. We're in voice chat, and I was kind of joking with him, talking shit. So now he feels bad and is coming over here to save me with those infested civilians, which picks me up a bit of gas. That helps out a lot. So now I've upgraded to a +10. Pretty insane income. It's every 3 seconds. So even though it says +10, it is faster than most incomes you see. It's like it's got a chrono on it as you build it. So unfortunately, Chu goes down. We've also got an Artanis that was AFK at the start of the game and that left. So we're already in a somewhat bad situation. I haven't had the best start, and we're in a 6v2. But we'll see how it goes, you know. Maybe this class is a little bit strong. So now I'm just waiting for the other +10. +10's the main eco you want to go for unless you are super gas rich, like after you do a push, or if you're fighting the hero or something, you get a ton of gas. Then you can go to +25. Now we're just dancing around this. I'm trying to get creep. Nedra is fast to come and stop me from doing that though. As long as I can block those lings from getting on top of the Stalker, it should be alright. You can usually just walk it off. Now I've got this AoE ability, the Orb, deals 9 per tick. It's not a lot, honestly, it's not a lot. But the thing with Jinara is that every unit you have around her increases her spell damage. So plus 1% for each 1 unit, plus 0.5% after you have 100 supply. So, for each of her supply, sorry. So it's even better than unit, for each of her supply. So this ramps up in damage a lot, but it's not going to pick up much early on. This is a huge amount of gas that I'm just getting from this one ramp here, by the way. How's my eco looking? It is looking pretty strong. I mean, I had a shit start, but this class just ramps up so fast. So, and what else do we have? We have the Mind Blast I talked about earlier. That just straight up does a ton of damage. It's good early game for one-shotting lings. Pretty useful for a bit of extra gas. Late game, you can start doing like 5k DPS to the enemy hero just by clicking the X button. So it's an insane class when it comes to level scaling as well. Third ability, you just get some energy. You sacrifice the supplicants that you can make and get energy. I think Dahaka may have been around there. No, it was a ling ball that someone pinned. So now I'm just going around trying to get gas, trying to stay opposite side of my, not just eco, but my observer. So observer is just, it's what makes this build possible, and it's what makes this class so insane, is that you can just have an SCV basically, or a worker unit that is so cheap and is pretty much impossible to shut down until the enemy Zerg get Hydras or Brutalisks if they don't get Hydras. Or if the Dahaka wants to drag a worker. And if you're able to take out his drag, it's a pretty good deal for just a worker, even though it does cost 3 gas and 75 minerals. It's definitely one of the most insane things about this class. So this is just always going to be possible eco and army on the other side of the map. So I want to stay on this side with my hero. Now I've got 2 sides of the map that I can eco or army on. At this point, this class is just so gas expensive. I start pumping out stalkers, trying to get them to these flashlights, get a bit more income. And the fact that this is kind of an efficient thing to do, you kind of want to do this, is part of what makes this class so insane as well. I'm getting chased here, but oh, he does drag me. That's right. I think I recall. Yeah. At that point, I just have to insta recall. If he keeps running after me there and doing damage and chipping away, I'm never going to get away. And then, yeah, let my team know he's got drag. So yeah, the fact that it's efficient to get early units is usually a pretty concerning thing about a class, because it means that you're getting pretty much rewarded for map control. So this gives us map control, we kill lings with it, we get gas, and we put it into eco, into our really efficient eco. That the downside is it costs a ton of gas. This guy comes over here. I think he reckons he found my eco, because I know these got hit earlier and we're on the minimap. Maybe not, maybe he was just running by. Actually, it looks like he was. I wonder if he's going after anyone. Definitely not me though, I'm on the other side of the map. I am a bit vulnerable now that I have my recall on cooldown. It's a huge cooldown. It's like, I think, 5 minutes? 10 minutes? No, how much is it? Is it 300? Yeah, so 5 minutes. No way it's 600. Not that much time's gone past. So 5-minute recall. It's a long cooldown, but I still have the astral wind. Jumping over cliffs, pretty good escape. So now I'm starting to move around the map. I've got this set up, which looks like an expensive outpost, but each of these are only 25, and then I've got my upgrade structure and flashlights. So now I can just pump out army from up here. And I imagine at some point, like I'm at plus 45 minerals, at some point I'm going to start making observers and sending them around the map. Yeah, there we go. So this is what really enables this strategy. This is what's so strong about it. There we go. We get a ling ball at that outpost. I just make some shit, clear it up. It's heading down to my eco. And yeah, so now I just spam this wall. 25 minerals again for 200 health is absolutely absurd. So this is a really cheap and really strong wall. If Dahaka tries to dash into my eco, not going to happen. I'll be able to salvage everything. And where's my hero at? So I've got this. We're making a little bit of an outpost here, a little bit of a unit production area here, staging area. Got one up here, and I have at least one observer moving out. I would like to see myself have more. Surely I do. Am I this bad at the game? This was like the last game of the night that I played, so at this point I had got the build order as close to perfection as I had it. And I should definitely be making more observers here. Don't know why I'm not. I imagine I will soon. I know Dahak is coming after me at this point. He saw me attacking over here. He knows my units are around, so I'm trying to get in a position where I'm safe. Trying to create a wall behind me, a wall in front of me, and then trying to deny him as long as possible until I can buy 1 more minute for this recall. Then I can recall across the map. Ideally, I don't have to use recall, but I know he's going to go all in for trying to take me out. Yeah, it's Hydras up here. He has... I think those were his defenders Hydras, but he's got upgrades as well. He's got 1 attack. Does he have 1 range? I'm not sure, but he's just spamming lings. And he's doing no damage to me. I am 2 armor. This class just scales so fast when it comes to the unit strength. Because that's really what you want to invest in with this class. And then I just run. I mean, I think he... Oh no, he sees a Stukov. He decides that's an easier target. Yeah, so I don't even need to recall there, which is great. But I could have if I needed to. But it's just such an insane scaling class when it comes to the unit strength. So I, of course, get early armor too. And he goes for this again with the Ling Ball. I think I'm not making units there because I saw Dahaka go up there. So I'm just going to assume I feed him. But it's okay. We're sending observers out now. Sending those around the map. We've got one up here, one over here already. So at this point, we're 15 minutes in. We're at plus 100. And we're thinking about setting up unit production everywhere around the map. And how do they stop this? Because they have to see the observer, which is a flying unit, with units that have 0 vision except for their hunter. So let's look at their point of view. Like what's going to spot this? One of these Zerglings? It's just not going to happen, is it? So he has to hope Hunter sees this. Then he needs to either drag it or build Hydras. And then he needs to also take around the like five others that I have around the map. So he sees it here. I just walk away though. So like he can't stop it. So even if this, yeah, it's like even if all this goes down, all these buildings I have here, which they don't, then I just rebuild them with the observer. So it's like an inevitable push incoming. Let's get scanned, which is a bit worrying because they've got Hydras, but I think I just opt to defend it. Could send Hydras down here. Maybe I should have used this observer to build production on low ground to try and protect the low ground. I think instead, I just send the units that were up top. So where's my hero right now? Yeah, I'm just looking around. I'm doing a little bit of a push, markering a few units. We see in the middle here a unit ball coming. Meanwhile, Zerg is going to have to deal with this as I'm just constantly putting up production. They know where my eco is, but if they come to shut it down, I just have 5 more observers around the map that can remake eco somewhere else. So there's no real... like at this point, there's no realistic way for Zerg to shut it down, and it's only been 15 minutes, and it's not like I had an incredible early game. And this was pretty consistent. I didn't get found for a lot of the game after I did get my eco up, but the only games I lost with Jinara were like 2 games where the Zerg found my eco like 7 times, and that's like the only counter. You just have to find it 7 times. That's all. That's all, I guess, with a class that can build observers around the entire map. So it was it's good that it got nerfed. Let's just say that it's good that it got nerfed. I'm still gonna try out this build though. There were a few things nerfed, but I'll see if I can still find something else that's interesting for a video. I have a few ideas for this class that still uses the same style, because observers are unnerfed, of course, which is the real problem with this class, or the real problem with this strategy allowing for this. Like, look at this. I've got how many? We've got 31 gateways on hotkey all around the map, and just pushing from everywhere. We don't have much on the bot side, but we're starting to set it up. We've got the observers moving around to build them. It's like I'm stuck at 200 supply. As soon as anything goes down, it's like more is going to come. And how do they stop it? They go for my eco, and then I just build eco over here, or literally anywhere that an observer is. Like just here, why not? I'm creating units for defense anyway, to push. So it's like they have nothing on the map to find it or shut anything down either, if I do relocate. So at this point it's just an absolute swarm. I'm not expecting to trade efficiently, but I am expecting to slowly choke out their creep, push back a little bit of their production, and let's look at their resources. I imagine they have a ton of gas. It should do. Well, this guy does, but he has a lot of minerals as well. I guess he hasn't been building anything, both of them. What should happen here is if they're trying to defend, they spend a ton of minerals to defend. Like this guy, look at all those lings. How much does he have now? He's at 300. If he keeps making lings to defend, it'll keep going down. The gas will always increase, but he'll never have the minerals to do anything once he runs out. So he's run out now. And once we just clear up these units, it's like, what is this gas going to do for him? It's going to get 3-3. But then he can't spawn units. So, and this isn't just something that this build does. This is a strategy that I like to use a lot. You just choke them out of their minerals and keep the pressure up. As soon as you stop the pressure, they can rebuild eco with all that gas, and then you've pretty much just fed them. As long as you keep the pressure up and never let them rebuild that eco you've taken out, they're always stuck on 0 minerals now. And this guy's just going around the map trying to pick off these guys, which is fair enough. But if everyone on my team died right now, it would not matter. Because he needs to kill my hero, which is hard enough to do because they just fly away if he comes. And then I can recall cross map. And then I can just build an army on top of me because they've got like nothing left on the map. They'll never find me. And then just buy enough time to run around with a small army while I push mid. So anyway, yeah, it's that's a good pick off there. Good target fire. It's not a surprise this got nerfed very fast. I'm so sad though that I wasn't able to do a proper video on it without watching replay. But hopefully it's still pretty entertaining. Look at the map color. All these production structures around the map, all this vision. I actually could have done a lot better on vision. But it's only off of a few observers as well. I can build so much more.
Upgrade complete.
Not that it's needed though. That's the thing. It's not needed because it's just so unkillable. As you see an observer die there. Of course, the ones mid, a little bit different. A little bit different when you're building flashlights on their creep everywhere. But the ones that are going around the map building outposts, it's just like, what are they going to do versus? So at this point, we're choking them out. I imagine, I'm pretty sure he goes for my eco this game, does he not? Like, he's definitely seen it. They know it's there. They just can't really do anything about it. Let's actually watch some of this from their point of view. And this is without much of their stuff on the map anymore. And we just see pings everywhere. Imagine how it looked when the push started. But now it is just a game of slowly choking them out. Let's speed it up a little bit. Until they just fall. I think now it's like they've got... I realize they've got nothing right. Their only win condition is running around with Dahaka. So I think I just run mid with my hero, do I not? Yeah. And sit inside of my army. So at this point, he's looking for a hero. If he can pick off my hero, he can still win the game. Maybe. I mean, Spirit's big, but they don't have a lot of upgrades, actually. He could just run through that, maybe. You could definitely go looking for heroes, and there wouldn't be much map control. So this is what I do here. I just try and sit mid. As long as I'm in my army, he can't kill me. I know he doesn't have Hydras. I know if he did have a Hydra den sneaked out onto the map, snuck out? What's the word for that? If he snuck out a Hydra den onto the map, he wouldn't have much resources to actually build them anyway. So as long as I can just stay within my army, not let him get on top of me and just target fire me, then I'm good. All we have to do is perma-clear out Lings, which this class... I mean, I say this class is good at perma-clearing out Lings, but it's good at perma-clearing out like the entire Zerg base and everything they have. So I guess that's not really fair to say. I think it might just be a bit OP. But yeah, I think this goes on for a bit until we finally chase them down. Let's see what Mind Blast DPS is at actually. I went really heavy on Psyorb this game. Because I knew they were going to be stuck on Lings only. I think at this point I started upgrading Mind Blast. So it's doing like 800 to 900 at level 2. Yeah, that is disgusting. Yeah, there we go. At that point, it's the defender's given up. He knows. The Hulk is still trying to go for me, which is fair enough, but our DPS is just too much. Yeah, good game. So we'll see if we can, you know, do some similar stuff with the post-nerf Jinara, because I have a feeling it's still pretty strong. There's these units which you can merge together to turn into Blood Hunters. So we'll see how that goes.